JT, can you just talk about the intensity and practice that you guys have had building up to the return from the break here?
Yeah, it's been a good week. Kind of built up last couple of days, a lot of 5-on-5 and up and down the ice going against each other. So I think the focus has been good and the intensity has been really good.
What are some of the challenges in getting back to game speed after such a long time off?
Yeah, I mean, it's the details of the game, and the more we practice, the more reps we get, the more into it we are, and it's nice to have the break to get some of the energy levels back, but it's those details and the systems and what it takes to win hockey games.
A lot of this break has been focused on the guys playing in Italy. Have you been able to keep up with the Olympics? What has been your thoughts on some of the action going over there so far?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Fun to watch. And it's great to see our guys doing well. I think our three guys have played their games and had good tournaments, and it'll be fun to see Larks playing that gold medal game on Sunday.
Larks is getting a lot of well-deserved media attention out there. What makes him such a good leader for this group, the way that he carries himself and what he does on and off the ice?
Yeah, just plays hard every single night and does the little things. I think he's been great on the PK in the tournament, and all those stuff was adding up, and now he's finally getting rewarded with the goals. But I've known Dylan for a long time. I've played with him in some international events, and he plays the same way every single game, and it's showing for sure.
And for this group as well, you've been a part of a lot of playoff stretches, pushes, playoff wins. What makes this final 24 different than the season before that you guys?
It just ramps up. Games get tighter. Teams continue to get better. I think that's the most important part. Is you don't want to stagnate throughout the year. You want to continue to get better and better, and that's what you see out of the top teams. Is they have good seasons, but when the stretch run comes and the playoffs comes, they're playing their best hockey, and that's what it's going to take to win games this time of year.
Thanks, JT.
Yep.
Well, let me just ask you about the gold medal game setting up the way it has for tomorrow, just the level of competition and really
it almost speaks for itself. Got to be a hard article to write or to talk about, because you talk about the game. And that's probably how it'll go down, as the game. It'll be known as that. Four Nations is one thing, but this is, complete world involvement, and there's a rematch, so it's exciting. I know we'll all be watching, and wishing Larks the best and rooting for different teams probably, but that's how it happens.
So in Todd McLellan's eyes, what are you looking for? What's going to be keys, you think, in that game?
Well, I'm just going to watch the game and enjoy it. Like, sometimes you have to do that. You have to sit back and appreciate the talent, the skill, the intensity, the execution level. And we get to enjoy those games like that too. We don't necessarily have to look at how the power play's running or anything like that. There may be something that catches our eye, but when you've been around the league for a long, long time, you may not have coached a lot of those players. I've been lucky enough to have. But you run into them and you see them, and you really appreciate their skill level. You do.
And then how about Larks again? Another strong game yesterday.
Yeah, doing exactly what he needs to do. He's he's using his legs. He's very responsible when he's on the ice, and when he gets an opportunity to strike offensively, he's taking advantage of it. He gets off and lets the next guy go, and that's exactly what they need out of him, and he's providing it.
It seemed like way back in the day, the big rivalry was like Canada-Russia or U.S.-Russia, but now the way this Canada-U.S. rivalry is just taken off here, I mean, can you see that just being like the premier rivalry here in the game for quite a while now?
Well, the proximity to each other is, and the interchange of, or intermingling of players crossing the border and playing at colleges and in Canada junior and all that type of stuff. It's probably the big rivalry now. Russia, Canada, Russia, U.S. Was that, but unfortunately, they're not involved right now and haven't been involved. So maybe it'll lose some of that luster. But I would say Canada-U.S. is the number one rivalry for obviously North Americans. Swedes, Finns may think differently. But that's how it is here.
When these Olympics are all said and done, how can Larks, Mo, Ray apply what they learned and the stakes, the pressure, competition into this season for you guys, if at all?
Well, they'll come back, and I've already spoken to one of them directly. We've texted with the other, and they talked about some of the things their teams did well or maybe didn't do well. Some of the approaches to the game. Maybe there's something we can steal from what they're doing, and they'll bring it back to us. They also will have a better understanding of who's really playing well. Who do we underestimate as individuals? Who maybe do we overestimate? That would be a lot harder to get out of them, but we're always inquisitive, asking them about players and that kind of thing.
So when do you think you'll see all three of them back here, approximately?
Well, Razor's got to play today. Mo is already off and resting. By Monday or Tuesday, both of those two will be involved in practice, likely Tuesday. And then Larks, I don't know. We'll talk to him after. I spoke to him once throughout the tournament. He's feeling good. He's in a good place. But there's a big emotional game tomorrow. They've got to travel. They got to get back. We'll see.
Did we ask you who you're rooting for?
Yeah, you did.
Who are you rooting for?
You're going to ask me again? Oh, wow. I'm rooting for a real good game. I'm obviously Canadian and have represented that country in the past, so I'm pulling for them. But I live in the U.S. and I respect the program that they put together as well.
And do you like the way things have gone this week for you guys? I mean, are you where you need to be this week, basically?
Well, I hope we are. So, again, relying on the sports science part, because a lot of this week was about physical. Legs, lungs, getting your hands back, some timing. So our sports science department, again, with all the measuring they can do, and they feel like we're in a good spot. But more importantly, going to the players and asking them how they're feeling, legs, lungs, hands, getting a lot of, hey, I think I'm back to where I need to be. So we'll polish some stuff up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we should be ready to play. Good.